If you have been up to date with everything in Genshin Impact, then you know that the next character coming out is Inefa. But I'm not here for Inefa. I'm here for one puzzle piece that I've been missing for a very long time. That puzzle piece is Citlali, the one and only that can save my Malvika team, make her even more powerful than she is already for some reason. Why does this character even exist? She looks good. I like the granny. The granny looks nice. Anyways, let's begin with the pre-farming for her. I do already have a bunch of Mora and a couple of wits. Not enough for her to be level 90. Of course, but this time around I want to switch it up and get some of her artifacts because I am kind of low on the pieces for the scroll of the hero, whatever the fuck it's called. Anyways, let's just begin. I'm talking too much. We need 168 Quinnipa berries. The talismans, which are dropped from the boss, we need 46 of, which are called Enigmatic Land, 36 Juvenile Fangs, 96 Seasoned Fangs, 129 Tyrant Fangs, and you know, that's all for the Ascension. Now let's get into the talents because why not? They gotta fucking up it a little bit. 9 Kinglings of Teachings, 63 Guides of Kindling, 114 Philosophies of Kindlings for her crowning materials, which you need, 18 Denial and Judgment. Technically, we don't need that much. Okay, we are just crowning one of her talents, which is all I'm aiming for. I don't really care about anything other than that. I just don't want to, for some reason, crown her basic attack. What am I doing? What is the point of that? But those are the materials we need. Okay, for the Quinnipa berries, I just need like 28 of them and I'll be there. For the, I think I need like 419 wits in total to get her to level 90. I don't remember correctly, and I didn't bother to, for some reason, look that one up. But for the fangs, I do have a bunch of them. Is it enough? I hope so. Okay, once she comes out, we'll see if it is enough. If it's not, then I guess I'm fucked. I only have 3 of these because I'm barely doing the bosses, the weekly bosses, which is really bad. I should really start doing them, but I think I should be able to get enough by just, you know, using the Dust of Azoth to convert it into the Denial and Judgment, which I require for her crowning. So the books, or talent books, I don't think I have a bunch of them, and I don't think I even have enough. If I can find them, here we are, 117, which I can also convert into, you know, the Guides of Kindling, sorry, and the Philosophies of Kindling. So that's okay, but it doesn't seem like it'll be enough for crowning, but I hope it is. I think it will be 100%. I hope. If it's not, then I'm gonna shoot myself. For her weapon, obviously we are going to go with her signature weapon, which is Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer. I am not fucking summoning for her signature weapon. I already got Skirks. I'm already on the side of bad luck, okay? Because I won 250/50s back to back. They were very lucky. I even won the 75/25, whatever it is, on the weapon banner. So I need to save as many Primo Gems as possible to get Citlali, so I'm not summoning for her weapon. So her signature is going to be Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer. Aside from that, let's just start with the best part, which is artifact farming. Yes, I'm farming for the artifacts, not the fucking boss materials. Are you kidding me? What do I look like to you? An actual efficient farmer? Hell no. Have you been here before or not? Are you just, you're probably new. Yeah, we're gonna farm for some of the artifacts, and for her builds, for her artifact builds, for her main stats and substats, you want to focus on Elemental Mastery on the Sands, Elemental Mastery on the Goblet, Elemental Mastery on the Circlet, just for, you know, a more reliable shield, even though it's not really needed nowadays. It's like you can pretty much just outlive any opponent if you can one-shot them, which with Malvika it's not impossible. So I might switch into a hybrid build just so she does a bit of damage, like, you know, bit of personal damage, maybe like put her on an Elemental Mastery Sands, cryo damage Goblet, and then like a crit rate, or even Elemental Mastery, just double dip into it on the Circlet. It doesn't really matter, okay? But for now, I'm thinking I'm going with just full-on Elemental Mastery, just to get the most out of her shield and the benefits that Elemental Mastery brings into reactions in general. Yeah, let's just get into it. It doesn't really matter. I can literally one-shot everything. But yeah, been planning to summon for Citlali for a while after I got Malvika accidentally. I wouldn't say I don't like Malvika, it kind of ruined my odds because all I wanted was Bennett constellations and whatnot. And she just decided to pop up and for some reason ruin my chances to getting more Bennett constellations. I ended up getting Bennett C1, which I'm pretty sure is like, I wouldn't say is his best one, but if you're planning on summoning for Bennett constellations, I think that's like a great stop. It's not terrible at all, but I wanted more constellations, and Malvika kind of ruined that chance by just coming home early. I did a 10 pull and I got a Bennett and a Mavika. So I didn't find any other reason to keep summoning for that banner. There was generally no point. I for sure wouldn't have gotten more Bennetts. I will say that. Plus I kind of was low on Primo Gems already, so I didn't have enough time to really farm because it was also last minute. Everything I do on this account is usually just everything is last minute. Even this farming is technically last minute. I should have been done with all of this, but for some reason it took me this long to get to it. We are going to check all these artifacts and the stats that we get at the very end. I do have a couple sitting in my inventory as well, so it's not like it's going to be the end of the world if they don't end up being super fantastic. When it comes to a support, I just want the main stats. The main stats is what matter the most. I genuinely don't care about the sub stats. If it has as a main stat elemental mastery on the sands, cryo damage on the goblet, and on the circle it has crit damage or even elemental mastery, I'll double dip, it doesn't matter, then I'll be content with that. I'll be happy because I genuinely don't care about the sub stats, especially for Citlali. I'm not using her on field every time like I'm using Skirk or even Mavika, you know. I've been planning on also like uploading a different kind of content, maybe Wua. I don't know if people enjoy Withering Waves, but I hope so, because me personally, it kind of was fun for a bit, but then it fell off of me. Honestly, it just wasn't as fun as it was the very first time. As soon as I got like the character I didn't want, I think at the time it was Yang running, and I lost a 50-50 to Calcharro, which it's not a bad character. He's pretty fucking cool, so no complaints here. But after losing that 50-50, the game I just wasn't in it anymore. But I do want to hop back in it because recently I've been playing you know, in the background for a little bit, and I got Zenny, and I think her name is Topa. I don't know. She has like a weird lance or something, like a spear made of flames, or I'm not sure. She just looks really cool, and her plays are super fucking great. Same with Zenny. So went back to the game to find out if it can grasp me once more. All right, so let's hope that what we're looking for is in here, even though it looks very scarce on the Scroll of the Hero pieces, because well, I stopped farming for this domain and moved on to Golden Troop once I got my once I got my Scoffier, and I also had to get pieces for Furina, even though I ended up getting Furina and just putting her in Tenacity of the Melilith because she doesn't really need to deal damage. She just needs to buff my team and my DPS, of course. So it was kind of pointless to do that to begin with. This one's Elemental Mastery, not bad. It's pretty good. Do we have a crit rate, crit damage? Cool. Okay, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. This could be a Favonius piece if everything goes bad for some reason, if her energy isn't up there, right? But I think this one I'm for sure keeping for her. This one doesn't look too bad. It has Elemental Mastery, crit damage, energy recharge, pretty good. As long as the rolls go where they belong, I'll be very happy. For the plume and the feather, not the plume and the feather, hello? For the plume and the flower, it doesn't really matter. They'll always have, like, you know, oh my, okay, no, I got super excited. I'm locking that for sure though, but ooh, great piece. Oh yeah, that's a great piece. At least for her, it has energy recharge, it has Elemental Mastery, attack, unfortunate, could have been crit damage or crit rate, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm just here. Oh wait, was it this one that I was looking at? Oh, okay, sorry, I was looking at the wrong piece. This piece is amazing. This piece right here, this is Citlali's piece. I hope it just doesn't roll defense percentage. Let's see, I did lock this one, but I'm gonna favorite the ones that I'm going to use on her most likely. So let's see what we have on the sands, just HP. This could be her off piece if all goes well with the goblet. Their attack percent, not good. I think so far we only have 2 pieces, right? I do have a couple of flowers that I have equipped on, like Yansan and what's her name? Oh my gosh. This one has crit damage, elemental mastery, energy recharge. I mean, this was still pretty good though. Okay, this one might be a potential runner-up if I make up my mind on whether I want the main set to be elemental mastery or crit rate / crit damage. Like I was saying, I do have some pieces equipped on the other characters, like Shilonen, who I'm going to be using on the Mavika team, but I'm going to slot her into like Archaic Petra, or even what I could do with Citlali. I could have Citlali on Tenacity of the Millilith and get that 20% attack bonus from that 4-piece and just, you know, funnel it into my Vika, because why not? Along with Thrilling Tales or Dragon Slayer on her, amazing damage, no complaints here. Or I could slot in Shilonen in on Archaic Petra, but I have none of those pieces because oh wait, I do have a couple. Well, not a couple, I have something, but it's been a very long time, so I haven't farmed for this domain whatsoever, right? I just have a couple just because I wanted to slot them into Zhongli while strongboxing, and that was about it. But we have options. If we have terrible pieces for Scroll of the Hero, terrible second pieces to slot into Citlali, I can just put, you know, Citlali on Tenacity of the Millilith. If I end up getting pretty good pieces for Citlali, then I'll put Shilonen on Archaic Petra. Now, some of you might ask, well, why Archaic Petra? This is a Citlali video, first off, so keep your questions about Shilonen to yourself or wait until that video drops. That kind of sounded rude, I'm very sorry. But once you obtain an elemental shard, which is crystallized, you know, you react with an element with Geo, Hydro, Cryo, Pyro, Danger, whatever it is, it creates this little crystal that turns into a shield, and that shield, once you pick it up, you get a 35% damage bonus for whichever element was infused with that crystallized. So if you crystallize let's say Pyro, which I'll have Pyro with my Vika, that bonus will only be for the Pyro. This is a great set if I end up getting like fantastic pieces for Citlali on these upcoming days. For the boss, we need 46 of these thingies. My resin still hasn't fully replenished. Sorry for cursing, that one came out of nowhere. My resin still hasn't replenished fully, which is very unfortunate. I would want you to at least be top for once in your life. Oh wait, I haven't even unlocked this thing. That's how much I hate this boss. But thankfully, this is a boss that also drops the gems and the little talismans. Thank you very much, Hoilers. Very cool. How do I get down there? Now, if you watch my last video, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, you already 36 starred the Abyss, so what's the point of getting Citlali if, you know, Rosaria was working pretty well already? To that I say, first off, fuck you. I apologize for being so rude. I just want the character. I just want to have a team of full 5 stars. Yes, I'll have a complete team of full 5 stars once I get Citlali. It'll be Mavika, Citlali, Shilonen, and Bennett, which are pretty good 5 stars if you ask me. Very worth having characters. Let's hope that we get 4 from this annoying little boss. So one thing bothering me about Not Crime, and is the amount of fatui harbingers are over there. Like Piero is there, Colombina is there, who else is there? Dottore, which for some reason they didn't even show in the trailer. I mean, they did technically, but on the important trailers at least, they didn't show Dottore whatsoever. They also showed the annoying girl with the robot who carries her around. I can tell she's going to be very annoying, and for some reason I can tell that she's also going to have a tragic background like Furina did, and we're all of a sudden going to end up liking her. Yeah, there were a lot of fatuis. There's only probably going to be one that's playable, which is obviously Colombina. Whole universe has to make that money somehow, and is by going deep into the pockets, by giving players what they want, even though technically they should have given us Capitano, which is what most of us wanted, to be 100% honest with you. But they're still holding him down. I still believe he'll be playable. There's just no way they just kill a super popular character like that. Why would they do that? Hoyoverse passing out of money? This is news to me. Honestly, I could have sworn they were the opposite. They would take any opportunity to fucking take that bread away from your pockets. Honestly, that was genuinely the most talking I've ever done, like in one sentence. Sometimes I just pause and just let my editing, you know, splice it all together. But this is it. We reached the end for today's video. Of course, tomorrow, or depending on when I drop this, we are still going to be farming for Citlali until she drops, of course. Anyways, let's collect our commissions. Somebody pointed out in one of the comments on one of the daily commission videos that I said, and with that said, let's move on to collecting these commissions. After I said that, I didn't say anything else. I want to explain. At first I was like, okay, maybe that was an editing mistake or an editing error the first time, it wasn't, because I said with that being said, let's collect our commissions. That's where it ends. It doesn't continue. I just put it in silence just to give you a bit of a break from me just fucking yapping, right? The second time that I said, with all that being said, after I collected the commissions while having it in silence, that I understand. Is like, that one was definitely an error of speech on my part. I just suck at talking, genuinely. So if I repeat myself a lot, I'm sorry. Okay, if you just know, you could have it way worse if I wasn't editing it. If I just upload this in one go, I promise you it would be way worse. Just be happy you don't have to deal with you know what I have to deal with, which is hearing myself misspell, fucking voice cracks, and just whatever. You don't care about any of that. Let's see. All right, not bad. Actually, while we're at it, let's collect these. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And we somehow went over the goal that I was setting for myself. I literally wrote down I want to get 100 subscribers before 2026, and we have 107 people on here now, which is kind of fucking insane to think about. I know it's not a lot. I already posted like a community post about this shit. It's not a lot, but this pushes me to keep making the content as consistently as I am, because, well, it just shows that the progress is there. The progress is there, and there's more to be gained. Anyways, again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care of yourself.